So given how successful Apple's been since 2002, I think it's unsurprising that if you look at everything I've written about them, then you say, what is positive, what is negative, that most of it is, yes, overwhelmingly positive. And I would say that's actually a good thing. It shows that I got it right, because if they've done so well, most of what you've written about them should be pretty good. But there's a certain type of person who, when they decide to criticize my work or they disagree with one particular thing, as Paul said, it's always fine. Sometimes I'm wrong. And we can always, have people who disagree. But there's a certain type of person who, when they do disagree with me, they bring out the F word. And I know there's probably a lot of kids here, because I know I have a lot of young children fans, but I'll just say it. I hate it, the F word. Fanboy, right? Oh, like I couldn't even put it on a slide because it's just such an awful word. But the reason I hate it, it's not because I feel defensive about it, it's because it's like a totally unfair, useless word, because it has no part in any kind of reasoned argument. In fact, the whole point of a word like that, or calling someone an apologist, or whatever you have, is that's the type of word you use to cut off reasoned debate. It's a way of saying, your opinion on this doesn't even count. And so what can you say in response? I mean, you can act like a kindergartner and just be like, no, I'm not. So in general, I just try to let my writing speak for itself, and I'm pretty proud of my record, and if I'm wrong, I make a correction and move on. But every once in a while, I can't resist it, and somebody will write, and they'll get under my skin. And the way I always try to write back to them when they do something like that, by calling me a fanboy or an apologist, or, of course you love blah, 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 because you love everything Apple does. I'll write back and say, I'm intrigued by your thoughtful criticism and insight. Can you tell me which specific parts of this article is incorrect? I would love to post a correction and give you credit for it. And when you're reasoned like that to someone who's sort of lashing out at you, it often just makes it even worse. And if they do bother to write back again, they'll say something along the lines of, oh God, if you love Apple so much, why don't you marry them?